Good afternoon. My name is Cal Burlock. I'm an educator. I'm a science executive as well as a small business owner here in Georgia. And I'm here today to tell you about my three Stacey's. I want to speak up for Stacey Abrams because today is the start of early voting. And oftentimes voters don't have an opportunity to know the candidate that they are looking at electing. And for any of those that are on the fence, I want to issue three stories, just three, just embedded memories that I have about 31 years ago when Stacey and I both started as freshmen at the Atlanta University Center, she at Spelman, me at Morehouse. And so let me make a disclaimer right up from the front. Stacey and I haven't spoken in 30 years. She probably wouldn't even know me, to be very honest with you. Her campaign has had nothing to do with this video. It is literally me as a Georgia resident helping other Georgians to get a little bit of a viewing into Stacey. You can then evaluate, is she the same person that she was? Is there consistency in her character? And I hope that you will learn some things like I have, and that this knowledge about Stacey will help lead you in your voting. We have a very serious election right now. We have a very serious situation in our country, and if I can help by providing these stories about my experiences some 31 years ago that has impacted my life, then I hope I'm doing good, and that we can get a good net result of Stacey Abrams winning here for governor. So I'm just going to jump right in. My first Stacey is the dating game. Dating game. Okay, so let me give you this story. Around homecoming, there's obviously a lot of activities on the college campus, and Spelman hosted a night of sorts where we were doing a dating game, and sometimes there's an auction or two. So I never win anything, but somehow I don't remember how, but I got chosen to be in this dating game.
From Hollywood, the dating capital of the world, it's the dating game. And now, the star of our show, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you, Kramer.
And if you remember how the dating game works, there's usually a bachelorette, and there are three, bachelors that are vying for a date with the bachelorette. She does not see us, but she asks us questions, and based on our answers, then she chooses. So I was bachelor number 2, and as I'm sitting there in front of this Spelman and Morehouse crowd, and the young lady is asking questions, I'm answering, and who gets picked to be to win? She picks bachelor number 2. So when she does this, I jump up out of my bachelor number 2 seat, and I go walking across the stage. And as I'm doing this, I look in the front row, and there is Stacey Abrams sitting with her arms folded and her head shaking like, ugh, what a terrible guy. I can't believe you. So even as I'm experiencing everybody kind of clapping and there's this laughter, I see Stacey Abrams in the front giving me full black woman stink eye light. And I'm in my mind, I remember thinking like, yo, what's the deal with her? Like I don't even know her. So anyway, I'm on stage, so I walk up, I meet the beautiful Bahamian princess that was the bachelorette. The deal was that you exchange numbers and then you talk later for the date. So I play it cool. I get the number. I go back to Morehouse. I wait a couple requisite hours, and then I call the young lady to make the date. Okay, and as I'm on this call, she's kind of being loopy and silly, like she's committing to the date, but then not and joking. There's girls in the background, and all of a sudden the phone gets taken from her, and in that little Stacey voice, she goes, "Who do you think you are, mister?" And I go, "Who is this?" And I have two immediate reactions. Like, one, who let you on the phone, and I don't know you, so what business do you have to do with me, right? And I'm thinking, and also, who let you take their phone? Because Spelman girls are proud; they're amazing young women, so they can stand in their own right. But someone let her take the phone, and she was respectfully kind of dressing me out about something I had no idea about. So to give you a little bit of a backstory, we never did go on the date, me and the young lady, but I went back to campus, and everybody was like, well, what gives, right? Like, did you have your date? I'm like, man, this girl named Stacey grabbed the phone and was like, who are you, mister? And in a little Stacey voice. And somebody else was like, yo, she got on the phone with your girl too? And it was like, we swapped stories like Stacey had done this a couple times. Now, the moral of the story is this, and let me give you the background to why she did this. I had no idea. Some weeks prior to the dating game, I had been dating someone within the friend group of Stacey Abrams. And thinking as a young man, 18 years old, thinking I was doing something great, me and the young lady had been going on great for weeks. And then I realized that, although I loved this amazing young woman in her behavior and all that, I wasn't really ready to be a boyfriend and to settle down. So I thought I was doing the responsible thing when I came to her and said, hey, I like you, we're cool, but, I'm not really ready to settle down. So, can we, keep it moving? And so she was like, wow, I'm kind of surprised that you said that. And she kept it all constrained. She was an amazing young woman anyway, and I really missed out by not dating this young lady. But anyway, she went on back to Spelman, never showed me any real emotion. But when she got back to Spelman, everything came out to her friends. And I didn't know this, okay? So I learned a powerful lesson then. I learned that you just cannot, disregard a woman's feelings, that you have to be sensitive about how what you say and do might impact her. And at that time, I was patting myself on the back like, hey, you did a good job. You let this girl know, where you stand. You didn't try to play her, right? You told her up front. Well, that back at Spelman became an issue. And they were like, here's this amazing woman, and they're all amazing young ladies. But in their friend group, if you offended one of them, then they're all going to be looking at you like that. And that was the background to it. And I had no idea. The lesson I learned from that is, hey, take pause. Be careful when you are dating a woman. Be fair, right? Understand that if you're going to date a woman and you're going to, be very personal with her, that you have to understand that feelings are going to develop and that you have to treat her with respect. And I would say to this day that Stacey did not disrespect me on the phone, but she did arrest my behavior and make me think. And the fact that other Spelmanites were willing to allow her to get onto the phone and not disrespect her or feel like that she was intruding upon their ground said something about how they respected her. And I came away from that experience missing out on a date with a beautiful woman, certainly missing out on the beautiful woman I was dating, but also unto this day wiser about how you relate and transact and consider the feelings of a young woman. So that is my first Stacey, and 31 years later, that message is still in here. So I want to tell you, that's her. All right, that's my first Stacey. Thank you.